Hey, what's going on, carnales? Welcome back to the episode. With us, we have Uriel back in the house, back in the episode.
Aquí, conectándose con el compa Abner, back. Glad to be back aquí con los Carnales podcast.
Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the Carnales podcast. I'm your host, Tsunami.
Y el co-host compa Yuri aquí in the building, in the house.
And today, okay, there you go with the stuttering. And with us today, we have a very special guest in the house, in the stew.
Hey.
We have the only sibling left from the Carnales. We have with us. You want us to use your whole legal name or just your nickname?
It doesn't matter.
Just in case, you know, they might.
Not the legal name.
With us, we have Mimo.
Hey.
Hello. I am Mimo, aka KYSGZ, aka Karina, aka Yasmin at church. What's up?
What's up? Welcome back. Welcome to the Carnales. Glad to have you here. Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Last episode. Uriel, you want to say anything before we get started? You've been gone for a long time. I got DMs, messages of people saying where you at. People telling me to replace you with Jenny porque no te presentas, bro. What's up? Where you been at?
Damn, bro. I'm here, pues. Just closing stuff down like the Señor Elote, yo. Shout out to all those people that supported our little business. It grew, it's growing, and we have like big plans for that business. So, primero Dios, everything's gonna go good. And, you know, just busy with the baby, busy with transitions. You know, we're making moves aquí in Minnesota. Hopefully to retire at the age of 35. You know, I've been watching those YouTube videos. So, ojalá y se haga, primero Dios, bro.
That's good. That's good, bro.
Yeah, been listening to the podcast, and they're pretty good. Jenny's done a good job. Our number one credit. Y pues el last episode de Spooky Seasonings estaba chido, bro. Ahí con el compa Chins. But yeah, bro, it was good. It was good. Good time with the family and just a little break to kind of hang out with our 7-month baby. Man, how time flies, bro. Me acuerdo que we started this podcast when she was in the womb. Y ahorita ya 7 months later, you know, we're still with this podcast, and that's pretty cool, man.
All right, that's good. That's good. Y también, yeah, shout out to Chains for last episode. He's right here in the stew. So you might hear him in the background, or whenever we need his input, he's going to put his 2 cents. So, yeah, without further ado, Mimo, you're the youngest older sister. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do if you want.
Yeah, so I work at a dental office. I was a dental assistant, but now I'm a dental front desk, but I still do a little bit of kind of everything. So been doing that for a while. I like to take pictures, photography, honestly, anything creative, really. But that's if I'm in the mood. Because, like, there's times I'll just take a picture and then... Well, I've had people ask me where they're like, how much do you charge? And I'm just like, it's a me thing. It's not a for people thing. But, yeah, other than that, I've just been chilling. After COVID, well, I wasn't really working. I think I went, like, 8 months not working. So it's just like getting back to the habit of going back to work, having a short day. I remember the days used to feel long. Like I would be like, I would finish cleaning and then it was like 3 and I was like, boy. And then Christian was working in the afternoon. So he didn't get out till 10. I wouldn't see him till 10. So I would be like, Well, what do I do in my day? Go to Walmart?
You couldn't even go to Walmart. It was closed.
No, they were still open.
Oh, they were still open?
Yeah.
Oh, but you had to wait in line back in the day.
Yeah. They had like the cards upside down at one point. Y una line.
Low key.
That's crazy.
Like las movies, the end of the world, así se sentía.
Yeah.
Like, yo, you gotta wait your turn porque there's a certain amount of waters, you know? You're like, oh, I hope I get waters, pero there's enough, you know? Pero así se sentía la vibe. How was it over there in Minnesota, bro?
Man, that's crazy. No, aquí, honestly, like, the population is just so low que... I mean, they still have that one person standing on the door, like, keeping count of who comes in and who comes out. Pero there was no line. It was just like they were pretty strict on like the entering door and the exiting door. Pero other than that, like we never had to wait outside. Nada más lo único que se acababa was like the toilet paper and water. But other than that, like food wise, everything was stacked.
Yeah.
But
I think here the crazy one was Sam's Club. I remember the first time I went to Sam's Club after the whole like toilet paper thing and waters was going like low and everything. Like all the shelves, you know how Sam's has everything stacked up like to the top? Dude, you saw all of those empty and I was just like, okay, this really looks like a scary movie. When do they cut on this movie? It was really scary though.
Yeah.
It was very like a huge change, I think.
Yeah, I remember before they announced the shutdown, lockdown, Jenny had first dibs, you know? So she was like, hey, yo, tell all your family que it's gonna happen to go buy food before the panic buyers go fill up the stores. So we did that. We bought some things, pero like 2-3 days later, we ended up going. Like you said, the shelves were empty. Toilet paper aisle empty. Water aisle empty. It just looked like, como dices, like end of the world apocalypse movie, you know? Like, man, where's everything at? Pero sí, ahorita ya, I feel like everything's all caught up. I mean, there was rumors que there was going to be a second shutdown porque the colder season's coming, but I don't think so. I feel like ahorita ya vaccines are working, quote unquote. Pero I feel like everything's going back to normal unless a new variant comes up, you know?
Yeah.
Pero I don't think we're going back to the lockdown stage anytime soon, you know?
Pues aquí is like, because when I went esta vez to Chicago, like, or ahí in Aurora, like, I wasn't used to wearing the mask. Like, we went to El Güero and they're like, ¿y tu máscara? I was like, oh, snap. Pray, I'll be right back. So, aquí is like, puro, like, Trump nation. So, aquí nobody cares.
Yeah.
Like, no one's wearing masks.
And you're right, because that guy that came in today, that he lives in Minnesota, he came in with no mask. And then I was like, hey, I'm going to give you a mask if you can put it on. He's like, oh, I forgot. He's like, the mask mandate is still here in Illinois. He's like, back in Minnesota, nobody wears a mask. And I was like, oh.
Yeah,
I was like, but here we do.
Yeah, it's crazy porque allá, I mean, I think I went to the bank and I was talking to one of the like bankers ahí. Y decía que it's always been like a requirement to have masks. Que it kind of went lenient at one point, pero que there was always like a mandate of like a mask. I was like, yeah, in Minnesota they took it off. Like even like the mayor and stuff like that. Aquí they're like, no, like we're not gonna require it. Like, okay, good for me.
Well, yeah, también a reason we had Mimo on the episode is porque she wanted to come on and have Spooky Season 2. So you want to leave it towards the end para que escuchen the whole episode, or you want to get straight into it?
Yeah, I think we should leave it towards the end.
Towards the end?
Yeah.
Uriel, you got any spooky stories?
And a spooky story? Nah, damn.
I'm trying to think of the scariest one porque ahorita Yuri is all by himself, so I'm trying to scare him.
Estoy aquí en un, because I knew this episode was gonna be spooky season number 2. Entonces, I was like, I'm gonna go to this abandoned hospital to make it even better, yo.
You at the copy or what?
Nah, bro, estoy aquí en una... I'm at a church, but still, I mean, like, it's a little spooky. Pero, I mean, I was listening to the podcast from last week y like Chins had mentioned que Mimo and I saw a shadow ahí en la casa. And like I remember at that time, like it made it spooky because like I mean like Chin said, we normally see shadows and it could be anything, you know. Like, a lo mejor un carro pasando y se ve el shadow or whatever. Pero in that moment, like I saw it and Mimo saw it, so you know you're like, what the frick? It wasn't just my imagination. Like somebody else saw it. Y pues it kind of bring into reality like the pasos que se escuchaban arriba, you know, or steps on the stairs.
Pues
know,
ahorita
like-
ya, you got into it. Let's get into it, bro. Let's get... A ver. ¿Qué es eso que... Uriel, what is that behind you, bro? All right, a ver. Who remembers the full details? Porque... ¿Qué es eso que viene una shadow, bro? Porque yo ahí en esa casa también vía cosas, bro.
Nah,
But
bro.
this was at the house that I'm at right now, right? It was the
Yeah.
one where I'm at right now. It wasn't the Clark house. It was
Oh.
this house. So I'm gonna tell my side,
ver,
and then
a ver.
I'll have Uriel tell his side. So I remember it was late night, and me and Uriel remember when we used to stay up, watch movies, sneak out, go to Walmart. Well, it was one of those nights. We were like, we're gonna watch a movie together. So yeah. And at the time, mi tia Suri and her kids were living with us.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember that I passed by, and from the corner of my eye, like right at the last chair, I see like a little girl. And I think to myself, oh, it's Stephanie. She's eating cereal. And they've had the tendency of like eating in the dark or like never turning on the light once again. So I was just like, oh, it's just Stephanie. So I didn't think anything of it. I just went, sat down to the couch. And then Uriel, go ahead.
I don't know. I just remember like seeing like from the corner of my eye, you like una niñita. I was like, oh my god, what the freak?
So
You're like,
so
"Did
you
you see
saw
that?"
Mimo saw it. You saw it. What was it doing? It was just standing there.
It was just sitting. And it was the light was off. So only the light from the living room was on. So you could only see like from the corner of your eye. But I clearly saw like a little girl and I thought it was Stephanie. And then he does like he looks back and then he looks at me. And I remember I just tell him, I was all like, did you see a little girl? And he's
I'm
like,
like,
no way. And I was just like, dude, I literally saw a little girl. He's like, me too. He's like, I thought it was Stephanie. We just started freaking out. And then we were just like, let's go to Walmart.
I'm like, heck no.
Yeah, that's
Look at that.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there was another occasion también donde I think I was talking to mom and she was like by the kitchen, and you know how on that like little love seat que está like right on that entrance, that like one person seat donde se sienta mi pa.
Yeah.
You know how you normally would put your knees and kind of like bend forward to like talk to someone.
Uh-huh.
I was talking to mom and she was facing me, and so like on the corner of my eye, I saw like a figure run from like Catherine's room into like mom's room. I turned around and I was like, what the heck? Did you see that? And mi mamá was like, ¿Qué? ¿Qué, chamaco? I'm like, she's like, no, this is espantando. I'm like, I'm being for real. I saw a shadow, yo.
Yo, Catherine, if you're listening right now, we prayed for that room. You good. Porque compita, Isaac messaged me. He was like, I was listening to the scary part from Chin's episodes last week. He's like, I had to stop it because I was getting scared porque era la noche. He's like, I'll continue the next day. And I was just like, oh, you good, you can continue. As long as you finish it, you know. Pero sí, en esa house, también I remember I was one day by myself. I was in the living room. I was watching TV. Y de repente, like, you know how we had the dryer and the washer downstairs. So I was right there watching TV. Or yes, I was watching something on the TV. Y de repente, you know when you slam the dryer, like como se escucha like dum.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck? Like there's somebody here. So I go downstairs. The dryer door is still open. Yeah, I was like, what the heck? I clearly heard the dryer door shut. Yeah,
Oh,
after that, I
heck
was just
no.
like, nah, heck no, I gotta go. Yeah, I remember where I left, but see, I got scared because I was the only one there.
Yeah.
Other than that, like you see the shadows like on the corner of your eyes, but you don't know if it's just your imagination playing with you. But you believe in ghosts?
Not ghosts, but like you guys said, like the evil spirits and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I definitely do think they do, like they do exist. I mean, and remember when my room was in the attic?
Yeah.
One time, I remember I was sleeping, and you know how down the stairs they have the big windows?
Oh yeah.
Well, I literally saw like a shadow, like standing at the stairs. And you know how mom used to either go up there for no reason or like just stand at the door in your room. So I was just waiting like for her to come to see if it was her. But it wouldn't move. And I'm blind. So I had my glasses on. I'm like, heck no, I am not going to put my glasses on to even see who it is. And I remember I put the cover over my head and I was just like, God, please. Like I don't want to see anything. Like, you know, just like, what do you call it? Rebuking
Oh,
the
yeah.
spirits.
Yeah.
And I put the cover down and you can clearly see through the window again. And I was like, oh, heck no. And you know how the stairs were squeaky? So you could tell when somebody was going up the stairs and going down the stairs. I ain't hear nothing.
How about you? You believe in ghosts?
Como que, I mean, I guess it all depends on how you define it, you know? Porque like shadows, like, would it be a ghost, you know? Or like, you know, those like, you seen like those videos on YouTube when se ven like people's like on graves, que se ven like actual people, like are those actual people or are they ghosts? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, so if that's a ghost and it wasn't a person, then you know it's como te digo, like to me it has to be logical, you know, like there has to be a reason why something works.
Yeah.
You know, so like if there's a ghost and there's there's a person and there's no reason for that person of being there, so the only thing left is a ghost, you know what I mean? So I guess to like a certain extent, like yes, I do. Pero I mean could at the same time like could it be like it's on demons? Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, I guess it could get confusing, pero de que you know, because a spirit can like torment you, right? You don't really see it, which I guess it would be like a poltergeist, donde like a spirit is like knocking stuff down. But a ghost, I think, is like something that, you know, can be knocking stuff down, but you could actually see, you know. I ain't no mathematician, pero you know that makes sense. So I think I do, porque if that shadow that I saw running, you know, I was physically able to see it. I'm like, damn, like, frick, that's a ghost. Versus like, you know, a spirit, like you don't really see it, but maybe like your inner spirit can like probably sense it. Like, oh shoot, like this room feels heavy, you know?
Yeah, porque I was reading, if you know, you know. Y según there's como like you say, there's good spirits and there's bad spirits. Porque en la Bible they say the Holy Ghost. So if there's a Holy Ghost, there has to be the bad ghost, you know?
Right.
So that's when I was like, yo, I wasn't a ghost believer, but after you said that, like, yo, like, porque you know the Bible stories que mandaron whoever followed Satan were thrown into earth to roam the. So I'm like, they can't live forever. So their spirits are, they're around tormenting, you know.
Yeah.
Y el que le abre las puertas, there you go. They take advantage and then they hacen de las suyas, you know. Y with that being said, how are you guys with scary movies?
No.
Remember when we went to go see The Ring?
Oh. Hey, that could be a scary story right there, yo.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, I remember, I think we were like, man, it was The Ring 2, no?
Yeah, The Ring 2.
I remember we're like, nah, let's go. Like, it just came out. Like, there's gonna be people, hey, let's just get it. Like, you know, we're not gonna be by ourselves. So we buy the ticket. And like we're waiting at those previews, it gets dark. And we're like, what the heck? Like, there's no one here.
We were the only
we're the only
ones.
three. Like, not only that, we're like right in the middle of the theater. Like you said, the theater got dark.
Yeah.
Y de repente, Yurio.
Yo.
All right, just hold on, Yurio. The theater got dark. We're, like you said, we're the only ones. Nobody around. The
intro started playing.
Yeah, the intro started playing.
Where like the well is right in the middle, the circle starts shining. And I remember who freaked out first. Was it Uriel or you?
I think it was me, no? I
think it was you.
I remember I was like, what the heck? Y salió like a ring, and then salieron two rings, and I was like, holy smokes! Like, what the heck? Run! And like, I remember just like running like out of the theater. We're like, nah, let's just go see another movie. I don't remember what other movie we went to go see, but we're like, man, it's gotta
Wasn't it Robots? Wasn't Dad with Catherine watching Robots? It was either Robots or Shark Tales. It was one of those two. It was Robots, right?
Yeah.
And remember we walked in and Dad just looked at us like, what are you guys doing here?
Yeah. But yeah, that was scary, yo. Like,
That was scary.
I'm not a big fan of scary movies, but like even like the Paranormal Activity. Like, even though in those movies you can't really see like ghosts, or you don't see like, like witches or demons. It's just like noises and like a whole bunch of like moving objects. Pero esas películas, no, I can't. I just can't. Like, they freak me out so much. I'm like, nah. So any other movie, like, nah, I can't watch.
Yeah, I can watch any type of movie, but as long as it's not demonic, As soon as I see upside down crosses or any of that, I'm good, bro. I can watch scary suspense movies.
Right.
Pero once they're nada más sale un like somebody talking in another language, bro, I can't do that, bro.
Like what is it called? What is it called? Is that silent movie? Silent Place? Is it?
Oh, the one where like they can't everything's quiet, right? They can't move, or like they eat them, or they
Oh my god, that's so scary, yo. I just can't watch those movies. Even I remember that old school movie. ¿Cómo se llamaba? Jeepers Creepers? Nah, fam. Nah, you can't do Jeepers Creepers. That thing was like the scariest thing ever.
All right, we had a little technical difficulties, pero aquí we left up aquí and how you feel about scary movies? I can't do demons, bro. As long as it's Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, un Chucky, I think I do good, But as long as it's a freaking
Un Chucky? What you mean un Chucky, boy? How many Chuckies is there?
wasn't the Chucky one like possessed or something like that?
I think he
Like
did
by
like a
like
ritual.
a-
para
yeah,
que his
yeah.
spirit- oh, dang, never mind.
Yeah.
Porque look, this is a trick for everybody that struggles watching scary movies. I remember one of my teachers and me dijo, whenever you get too scared, just remember there's a director behind the camera.
Makes sense.
So like every time you get scared, you're like, oh, there's people behind them that aren't scared, So just pretend you're behind the camera recording and yell action or cut. So ahí está un life hack para que empiecen a ver scary movies.
I'm gonna try it tonight, a ver.
Y yo veo que estás bien entrado en las Oreos, bro.
Oh, heck
How
yeah.
are
bro.
they?
These Oreos are the best. I remember.
He just ate $1,000 Oreo.
No, it's not it.
All right. Any? I'll go ahead, Yuri.
No, ahorita que hiciste Oreos, bro, like, the way to my heart, bro, unas Oreos, I remember when I was in, like, Chicago Masters, like, people, I had the car, so I had the power to drive anywhere I want. And a lot of like students I didn't have a car. So they would tell me, hey, can you take me grocery shopping? I'm like, it's going to cost you some Oreos. And me compraban like 2 packs of Oreos. I was happy. I was like, anytime you need a ride, I don't need gas money, but I need some Oreos.
There you go. Ahí, when we open up a P.O. box or something, I send Yuri some Oreos. Porque ahorita me estás antojando un Oreo, bro. I wish I had Oreos right now with me.
With a big glass of milk.
And not only that, like you're eating the Pokemon Oreo, so you could be eating $1,000 Oreo, bro.
Damn. I'll make sure I'll bag up my bag it up.
All right, so any other scary stories you guys have, or anything paranormal, like aliens? How about aliens? You guys believe in aliens?
I do believe in them. I wouldn't want to see one though.
I think I think they're true, yo. Like I believe in God. I believe that there's a big man up there taking care of us, that created us. But I also believe that there's this galaxy is bigger than us. And could it be that there's other creations out there? I don't know. I guess those are some of the mysteries we're stuck wondering. But I think so, bro. Like there's, videos, and then the government being sketchy. Like there's got to be something else out there, bro. Like just like how they say like only like what is it, like 8% of like the oceans, like we know what fishes exist. Like we've only been through 8% of the oceans, and that's like our planet. We probably have only known like 0.0002% of the galaxy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
there's a conspiracy about that. The outer space is actually the bottom of the ocean. Y que the deep part of the ocean is the outer space.
No manches, bro. Tú sí, bro. Something's wrong with you, bro.
Porque según there's a theory que nobody has seen the moon, que it's all made up. Porque there's videos que there's clouds behind the moon. Mm-hmm. How can there be clouds behind the moon if it's I don't know how many miles away?
Right.
Yeah.
So según que NASA is outer space, but in reality they're working in the ocean. Y like you don't hear about it así in the media and the news, like, pero they're blowing up nukes porque según they're killing like cosas que entered the ocean that are trying to come to the porque según they already reached the bottom of the ocean, or that portal,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Y ahorita ya es casi como your favorite movie, Cloverfield.
Ajá.
Esa cosota ya entró, bro.
Damn, bro. I'm starting to worry about you, bro.
So the government came out with the files. I don't believe it, pero it's a conspiracy. Y luego you plug in the dots. That connects with this. That connects with that. It might be real, You're
into deep, bro. You got lost,
Remember
bro.
when we were watching the subliminal messages on YouTube, and Samara, me, Catherine was there, and you didn't know that the video was a pop-out video, and whatever came out of the screen, Samara started screaming and crying. Here comes mom with the chancla.
She starts hitting me. I'm like, I didn't know. It was back then cuando YouTube was big on subliminal messages. Que según, like if you play the song the right way, like normal, like they're rapping or they're singing. But if you play it backwards, it has like a subliminal message, como like Satan 666 or go kill your mom. So según Soulja Boy tenía, I forgot what song it was, but if you played it backwards, decía algo. So I'm over here like, oh, this video looks legit. So I played it. Y de repente we're all
Yeah, we were all watching it.
Porque it was the reverse was playing. So we're even like getting closer to the screen para que escuchemos más, y de repente the pop up. Y de repente Mimo, Samara start crying, and then mom just hitting me with the chancla. Like, no las andes asustando. Like, I didn't know.
Yeah, I remember. And by the way, like, Amner que dijo Soldier Boy, like, Amner was always popping that Superman. He was popping that SpongeBob. He would be
Soldier Boy.
He would be
Soulja
on
Boy,
YouTube, man.
Soldier Boy was the first one to do everything, bro.
Yeah. Amner would be watching YouTube videos para aprenderse Soldier Boy, like, tell him, like, quién sabe qué. Eh? Now watch me.
Pero Yuyo was the one that dressed like him. Yuyo was a size 32 in jeans, pero usaba a size 38.
Man.
You knew it was real when mom was going into your room and like taking all the rubber bands and throwing them
Man,
away.
I remember Amner be looking like freaking Goku con esos like baggy pants y sus rubber bands. Like, este copa será Goku.
Y ahorita ya we can head into fashion because you're a big fashionista. That's a good word.
Yeah.
So if we can compare ahorita like fashions back then como ahorita, how like the fashion, the vintage is popping right now, like que día there was a vintage market ahí in downtown. They wanted $150 for a Bulls shirt. I'm like, what the heck? I'm not gonna pay $150.
That's crazy.
Just talk about how you dig the vintage, or what do you think?
I did in the beginning when it was just like people going to thrift stores, finding things for the low. But then when it turned into resale, double in Berkeley, there was a what's that motorcycle brand?
Yamaha.
Harley Davidson.
The Harley Davidson. 225. I was like, what? Nah. I think after it reaches that point, it just no me interesa.
Yeah.
It's like, for what, And to me, it's like if you're wearing that for a picture or you're wearing that just to flex that you bought a vintage shirt for $100, it's just like, no, So I'm not a fan of that. I like the vintage though. I like how people like are starting to go back. The big print shirts, everything all over on the shirt. That's pretty dope. Embroidery too is coming back. That's really nice too. Cause I was not a fan of clothes that would come up not embroidered, and it was like $100. And it's like, what am I paying for this to come out of the second dryer, second dryer run?
I was listening to the radio station today on the way to work. Y decían que like after the pandemic, and I think it started way before that, like that was people's like full-time jobs, like going into thrift stores and then kind of reselling, not for a higher price, but because they knew it was like a trend. So like after everything was closed, a lot of people weren't really shopping because stores were closed. So once like everything started like popping up, like a lot of people started, like getting rid of clothes because they had actually more time at home to look over like the clothes they wanted. So they started donating. So a lot of people noticed that those people that were actually going into like thrift stores were making money from reselling like used clothes. So a lot of people hopped on that train. So that's why like dice que like maybe about 70 or 80% of merchandise being bought is used in the US. I was like, no freaking way. He's like, that now that's why you got like platforms like Instagram, like selling clothes and shipping it. And you see a lot of like pop up or like small businesses come up because they're reselling, they're reselling these clothes that people used before and they gave away, and now they have value to it, and it's a trend. So there's a lot of that, trendy vintage clothes, like it's coming up in price. And like all that new stuff, ya no lo están comprando. I was like, damn, that's actually true. It reminded me of that event que tuvieron in downtown Aurora, of like just like random little like pop-ups que, you know, they're selling their used clothes. I was like, man, that is so true. Like Abner just bought traded in his Yeezys, they're used. Like they still sell more for, you know, more than retail. I was like, man, that's freaking insane. But
yeah, the market, it's pero I feel like the sneaker market ahorita ya como que ya bajó the recent releases.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw a TikTok que decía que maybe more people are buying reps and they don't care what people say. Porque you can spend $130, I think, or less, and buy same quality as the $3,000 pair, you know? So why am I gonna spend like $2,000 more when I can get a rep? It looks the same, you know?
yeah.
Nobody's gonna. I mean, some people do, but most of your friends no se van a get on the floor like, hey, yo, there's a stitching that's off, you know?
Yeah.
Like, boy, it looks the same. I'm not gonna check you for it, you know?
If anything, I feel like people would be like, dang, that's cool, you know? Or like a misprint, like, oh, dang, that misprint actually looks dope.
Yeah. I think the resale was just insane. But then I would say, like, you can't be mad at it because you have people willing to pay the resale price. Yeah. Resellers wouldn't be where they are now if it wasn't for the buyers. Yeah. So it's like you can't really blame anybody, but it's just like different would be if it's like people were selling but nobody was buying. Yeah. Then that's where it's like, oh, you're being greedy, you know? Why would you buy something that's not your size? Like, I remember when you could walk into Foot Locker and I'm a size 5.5, you'd find it still on the shelf. Yep. Now those are one of the most shoes that fly and are the most expensive now. Cool. And it's just like, what? So now I feel like people buying reps or fake, how people want to call it, it's just like people are finally realizing, like, who cares? How does me wearing a rep affect you? Yeah. Nothing. It's just your moral of like, I bought a real one. But it's like, who's looking more dumb here? You just bought a $400 pair that's worth $100 compared to my shoes that I just bought for $50 that looks exactly like your $400 shoe. Mm-hmm. Unless you're walking around with a tag that says a stock X tag.
That was
that's like 400. You know, it's just like...
Abner never took off the stickers off his hats. Like.
Low key.
This year $29.99 with like the sticker of like $4.99, the special. And Abner?
Nah, bro.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
And with that being said, what's the shoe you like, your dream shoe? Like, it doesn't matter the price. If you could get it right now, what would it be?
I think it would be the Union ones. There's the ones that have the yellow stitching.
Oh, okay.
I was able to get a pair. It was a 9.5 though, which I end up reselling, and it resold for, I think it was like $950. I sold them for $950.
And you got them for retail?
I got them for retail, $200. Mm-hmm.
You want me to tell you a story about that? I'm like, damn, Mimo got me a pair. Like, los abrí. I'm like, ooh, I can't wait till she gives them to me. Y de repente I'm like, hey, what you do with the shoes? Oh, I resold them. I'm like, oh. But the whole time I'm like, hey, she's gonna give them to me. Y le decía like, hey, give them to me. She's like, oh, maybe. Y de repente, boom, resale.
Damn.
Y ahí, where you live at, Yuri, what's the fashion like? I know Danny and...
Noe.
They're really into fashion. Noe, yeah. How is it other than camo and boots?
Cowboy
so
boots.
Aquí the trend is like you gotta have a truck. You gotta drive a truck. Gotta be a diesel truck. Lifted kit with the tonneau cover in the back. It's a 20-inch rims with some mouth flaps. Like that's a trend.
La ropa, bro. The rope.
The rope.
The clothes. Like what?
Nah, aquí is. I mean, you only got Walmart, bro. So really, like, you know, the only way you can flex aquí is like by you driving a really nice truck. You know, that's you flexing. When I work at school, like I knew who the rich kids were. Porque, you know, word of mouth, like, oh, that guy right there, you know, he's part of this family. Like they're loaded, you know. The kids were dressed like, you know, like with Walmart clothes, bro. But they be flexing with their trucks, like, you know, brand new trucks, like luxury, whatnot, and pero fashion aquí, even at school, like nada, bro. The only thing that was like, I guess like a trend and like popular were like some like flip flops que se llamaban like Hey Dude. See, you guys don't even know about that brand. Se llaman like Hey Dude, and they're pretty pricey. Pero
How
you
much?
know, it's like the pantuflas were like maybe they're like 60, $70. But I mean it's pantuflas, bro. Like at Walmart they're like, you know, $15. And I mean that was pretty that I mean I guess that's pretty much it. Pero así que shoe game, bro? Nah, dude, nah, nothing. You know, I guess. And Danny and Noah, they're more of like, you know, looking good than like buying like clothes, bro. You know, because they actually do try to look good, and they genuinely do look good. I'm like, damn, bro, like you fit is good, you know. And it's like clothes que, you know, they buy at Walmart or they buy at like Zoomies or stuff like that, you know. Pero nothing like Supreme or DKNY or Money. They like the time we went to like we took them to Aurora. Like yo les decía like, oh dude, I saw our money exchange. They're like, what? What is that? I'm like, oh, like I would figure you would know, you know, because like that's a like a big fashion store. Oh, I saw Ralph Lauren. They're like, what? Like, oh, you got okay. But I mean, they do try they to look good, and they genuinely do look good, you know. Pero así que they're into like Supreme and stuff like that, like or Jordans, como que no, you know.
Is there anybody that like is a hype beast over there? Or
I mean,
like Supreme, Off-White?
that I know of, no creo. I seen like one or two dudes así que, you know, pasan and, you know, they have like some like Yeezys or something, pero
Some tourist.
they gotta be, you know, or they're from the city or something, pero no, nada.
Define the city.
Loki, cuando fui con mis Yeezys a la U, I'm gonna get all these compliments. Nada, bro.
Yeah, como que
From
they're not into
Minneapolis.
that. Yeah. Aquí they're like...
I was at Tutti Frutti with my Crocs and people was just looking at those.
Yeah, aquí the Crocs, they're not into fashion. We like when Yasmin and I had the Crocs, like como que people were like, what? You got Crocs on? Ew. Like, what? I'm like, these are actually trendy.
Hey, dude.
You know, pero... Yeah, I mean, aquí it's como que people don't really, you know... I guess are into like I see like fashion as much. But if you were to ask me which was my favorite shoe, bro, it would be the freaking Raging Bull, not like the 5s. Bro.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I had them.
Osama, let him get his shoes back.
I had them, but I was hurting for money and I sold them for $50.
Boy.
Yeah, I was like, hey, bro, like I just need $50. Like, I'll sell them to you, man. Once I get money, bro, I'll even buy them off of you for $100. He's like, all right, bro, we'll see. Pero, you know, it is what it is. Pero hopefully one day I'll get them. Y también the Tokyo 5s, those are my second. But
I think there was porque there was a re-release of the Tokyo 5s, the yellow ones.
Oh,
And
yeah.
those, I don't think they go for a lot, or do they?
No.
I haven't really. Pero
No,
I remember back in the day, the Tokyo 5s were like 25, no, like como 5, 10 grand, no, por ahí.
yeah,
Pero ahorita the new re-release, I don't think it did that well.
yeah, because I know they brought out some 4s también. They look like it. Pero, I mean, Tokyo 5s were released in Tokyo, you know, it makes them special, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, I think the fours that came out were the Lightning fours, huh?
Yeah, the lightning
Y
fours,
they, I think you could get them for almost retail. I think like 250, 230
Yeah.
por ahí. So
And they've gotten expensive too.
yeah.
which ones?
The shoes in general, sneakers.
Oh,
They went
yeah.
from like 120 to like now my size, you're looking at like 140, 160,
Yeah.
200. And I'm just like, what?
They're going up like gas prices, yo. I remember like you wouldn't pay no more. Like the expensive shoe back in the day was like 140, and like that was expensive. Now you're paying like 210 for like the most expensive shoe. I'm like, bruh, I'm straight.
Well, Yeezys, the most expensive one is what, 300? Wave Runners are 300, right?
300.
But is that like retail or like that's like
The
Yeah,
retail, 300.
Damn, nah, I'm straight.
They don't resell for that much.
How many pairs of Hey Dude can you buy?
Look what I'm wearing. I'm wearing
Those Crocs.
Crockies.
I can't see them.
For the people that can't see, Uriel's rocking some Crocs with camo.
Camo. That
Camo
print.
can't go wrong with the camo over there, right?
Yeah. Aquí.
Are you wearing a John Deere hat?
Hey, John Deere or my Trader.
What about TV shows? What TV shows are you guys watching?
Bro, aquí no se ve la tele, bro. Nah, dude. Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just, I guess people are more into like Netflix and like stuff like that. People don't really
What series
talk about,
are you watching?
Ya sabes, el Squid Game.
Squid Game.
Squid Game.
This reminds me
man.
of you seen that like están I think they're in Mexico, but they're practicing their English. And they're like TV show, like Lost, and you like, Señor de los Cielos. Pero like the catchy one is like fine and you. Yeah, see, they're practicing. I'll show it to you when we get done. Pero see, Squid Games is popular ahorita. Y it's like one of the most.
It's number one.
Number one,
and
right?
it's already reached the most viewed show on Netflix,
Yeah.
which is pretty crazy.
In history, that's crazy.
You guys know how long it's been out for now?
I think like two weeks.
Oh, so it's,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah,
Porque
yeah.
Squid Games, I thought it was one of those series that it's been around, pero just the hype, you know. Pero now it just released.
Yeah, it just released.
Yeah, I saw a post. I don't know if you guys saw it too, pero, you know, I guess it could be a rumor. Pero según decían que este compa wrote the script in like 2009, and he brought it to like people to kind of, you know, to make it. And like he got denied. He went through like denies. Yeah, up until a point where he was struggling for money and he had to sell his laptop, no?
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, because he was struggling for money, it's like now it's like, you know, it's 2021 and this is the number one show in the planet. I was like, no freaking way. Like, that's a good example of like never giving up your dreams. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, it took him like almost 10 years, but shoot, you know, he never gave up.
You finished it, Mimo, right? Uriel, how about you?
Nah, I'm in the cuando están jugando las canicas, bro. So I think I have a couple more episodes, but
Dude,
so
that
far,
episode was sad. Did you
Yeah.
finish it?
All right, so ahorita we're gonna say some spoilers. So if you haven't finished it, you might wanna skip this part. Go like 5-10 minutes into the episode. Pero like me, I watched the beginning. I went to visit mom and dad yesterday, and they were rewatching the last episode. And that's when I was like, oh, I pretty much, porque you know how when we came in, dad had just finished it y estaba viendo like the trailer. So you know cómo pasa like what happened in every episode. So I'm like, oh, I pretty much watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Pero también social media like dice, oh, this guy deserved better, you know, the one that holds the dude like in el green light, red light.
oh yeah,
That was very... I think I cried in that scene.
that was,
It was very sad.
I was so mad. I was like, man, of course. He had to like stab his back.
Play him.
Yeah, and man.
You felt bad, but then you thought, well, you didn't come here to win friends. You know, you came here to win money. But I think they played them into thinking that they could split it. And it was like, no, there's only one winner.
Yeah, because like...
There was a meme that was all like... So you were telling me that being eliminated meant eliminated.
Oh, yeah. It's like...
What do you...
It's like...
Go ahead.
Yeah, like, I thought when you said eliminated, it wasn't going to be eliminated. Green light, red light, like, damn. I low-key dreamt her, yo.
It's spooky season, bro.
It's spooky, bro.
I don't know. Do you guys consider that spooky? Like the slaughter? Like
Gory?
gory, yeah.
Not really.
No? It still scares me though.
For real?
There was some episodes I watched and I had to sleep with the light on because I was like, I'm straight.
Sangre. Ooh.
I think it's gory. It's pretty gory, like
No, but
Spooky.
do you,
Is it like
consider
spooky?
like,
spooky? No, nah.
Well, what do you think of like the Saw movies, the Chainsaw Massacre?
It's así, because like you know, it's just like there's pop-ups. They're bound to like, you know, make like some crazy
Chucky?
noise.
Nah.
Chucky killed?
No, yeah, but like I said, like Chucky, Michael Myers, like como Saw, I don't find those scary. I find those more like suspense, you know, like ¿cómo se llaman? Like pop-ups. Pero until I start hearing like people say like, that's when I'm like, oh, whoa, chill. Or like que las cruces empiezan a voltear. I'm like, yo, nah, I can't watch this.
Hell, bro, I need to get out of here, yo. I'm starting to see things, bro.
Did you see that?
¿Qué viste, bro?
Pero see, you were talking about another TV series or documentary.
It was the Britney Spears.
Mm-hmm. Have you watched that, Uriel?
Nah, I didn't even know they had a documentary for Britney Spears.
Pero
Yeah.
you know who she is, right?
I know who she is. I grew up listening to her music. Duh.
And Pop. Oh no, that's Backstreet.
Which one is it? The
Leave Britney
Baby
alone.
Hit Me One More Time, right?
Ahí está Gabriel dancing to it.
Leave Britney alone.
Leave Britney alone. Pero sí,
Free Britney.
There was a hashtag going around que Free Britney, and then she had ¿cómo se dice? Episodes, no? Like there's a word for it. Pero she's known for like going just going off y shaving her head, you know, the paparazzi just taking pictures she's having a whole mental breakdown. Y that happened. I think she went to rehab. Y de repente otra vez, no? Like, I mean, you've seen the episode.
So what had happened was that she locked herself in a room with her two kids, and she didn't want to give it to her baby daddy, the kids. They called the cops, ambulance showed up, whatever. They took her, and then her dad, which was even crazy, wasn't in the picture. They took her to like a mental hospital to get tested and all of this. And then they tested her for dementia. And then they did this thing called conservatorship. And basically what that is that you give your right of your money. Honestly, all your rights. The right to like make decisions, who you talk to, who you hang out with, what you do, everything. Like, they are literally you. They control you and everything. And then in one other part, someone had asked, they're like, well, how does she get out of it? And then the other girl responded, she's like, you don't. And it went on for 14 years. And then what was crazy, she went to court recently back again, and she talked to the judge, and she said that she didn't understand how it went on for so long. And they was just like, how can someone that you say has dementia can do a whole tour, remind herself like all the songs, all the choreography. Like, how does someone who can't decide for themselves still be able to do all those things, you know? And yeah, her dad ended up stepping down, and I think, I'm not sure, it's about to end or it's ending, where like she's finally getting like everything back. Well, not everything, but
Most of it.
What's
left.
Yeah, what's left.
That's crazy.
That's the scary part about young actors, you know, like como the guy from Home Alone. He's came out que exposing the industry, you know. Yeah, they go to shadow ban him. You can't cast him for a role porque he might spill the beans on what really happens, you know. It's crazy. I don't know.
Well, have you seen the Cat Williams stand up?
Oh,
The
yeah.
one about that one, I was just like, what?
I've been meaning to like watch that. I don't know. It's a little too like, you know, a lot of bad words, and like people around me don't like bad words. So like, but I mean, I've been wanting to watch it. Like, a ver qué dice el compa.
You're talking about when he's like one exposing the government
For like
the
trying to trap him,
Illuminati
send him to jail and all of that.
Well, I think Cat Williams, no, Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle. Creo también he did that y de repente they just threw him to the side. They're like, they canceled the show.
Yeah.
They didn't cast him for roles. They didn't do specials no more. Y de repente hasta ahorita ya he's starting to come back up. Pero for a while, I forgot what he did or what he was trying to expose. Pero like right away it kind of ties into Squid Games, you know, like the people, the ones that put in the money, how much influence they have, you know. Y like, oh, let's do a little game. Nobody's gonna know what goes on. How many people mataron y nobody found out?
Yeah.
You know, like they just disappeared. With all these kids going missing, teenagers going missing, what's really happening with them, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's scary, like with like como Epstein, you know, the girlfriend Ghislaine Maxwell. Illuminati, it's scary, bro.
Heck no.
That's spooky. Anders is in his spooky zone.
Yeah, Anders in too deep, yo. I don't know, Anders.
But it's crazy. It's crazy. They're theories, you know, but they tie in together. You plug in the dots and you're like, oh, yo, this makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
But it's scary what happened to Britney with like what's happening to all these other stars, you know.
Yeah.
Y lo que no nos damos cuenta, you know, like what happens to rappers, you know, like, oh, this, I don't know where they shoot this guy's friend, y de repente this guy is successful all of a sudden, you know. So
For like the Britney thing, she was making like millions on the tours she was doing, and her monthly budget that her dad gave her was $8,000.
Damn.
The amount of time she spent with her kids, her own kids, her dad was giving her like how much time. At one point, I think they drove to like a ranch just to give her 30 minutes to drive her own car. That's it.
What?
Yeah, like she couldn't even drive her own car, go anywhere without like security, without the dad making like the decisions of what like can happen. And then there came a time where like she could find a lawyer of her own and like fill out this paper. But like, since she had no access to like computers, to phones, anything like that, this like reporter from like a Rolling Stone like went in saying that she was going to interview her. But she took her the papers. They went to the bathroom. She signed them, whatever. They took them to court, only to the court to be like, yeah, she's not capable of making decisions of her own. And we don't even know if she signed it. Like, that doesn't look like her signature. Like, there's just no way out of it, you know? And when you guys should listen to what she said in the court. She sounds like so smart, and you think to yourself, like, how can somebody have gone through this for so long? And you feel bad for her too, you know, where it's just like, you kind of understand why they do the things they do, and the way like the media, the paparazzi portrays them. And it's like, who wouldn't go crazy when you have like a million cameras flashing all around you? You can't do anything normal because they're like constantly following you. But then again, it's like people, rich people, famous people know that that's the outcome of like wanting to be famous, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, pues, you guys heard about what happened with Facebook and Instagram, no?
Oh, yeah.
Y según the whistleblower, the person that came out, pero también what stood out to me was que they were, que they were preying on the vulnerable, you know? They're like, okay, this person feels bad about themselves. Like, let's promote more good-looking people, you know? It's crazy. It's crazy. I forgot why I was going with that. What were you saying?
He lost.
Like
How he
being
lost money?
controlling.
How the media like the famous people portray a life like, let's say uno que no tiene that self-esteem, like, oh, I want to be like them, you know. Y we don't know what they do to their bodies, pero según they work out 24/7, but in reality we know what they do, you know. Pero aquí they make this life that it's hard to achieve, pero uno quiere, you know, y no puede, you know. Y I don't know if you guys like should get it, like research it a little, you know, porque there's a lot, pero that stood out to me, how they're preying on teenagers, you know, que they're like, you need this, you need to look like this, it gets more depression y todo eso, y I don't know, it's crazy, pero media. Ahorita I'm doing a 3-day social media fast.
3 days, boy.
Yeah.
Well,
I can do more, pero
you
I
gotta
challenge the youth group.
There you go. You gotta start small, bro. Yeah, see, build your way up, bro.
Yeah. 75 days was too much.
I'm not gonna lie, I gave it a try también, and I was like, man, this method does not work for me, so I'm not even gonna try it. I'm like, this.
He's like, it doesn't suit me.
Because I did it for a couple of days, and I was like, I don't have that much money to be like, you know, buying all this like healthy stuff and whatever. Like, I don't have money or time to do like workouts or, you know, buy all these veggies. I'm like, nah, this is not for me. This is not for me. So.
But what were you buying then instead?
Because I was buying like bags of like, you know, pre-mixed lettuce with like carrots and whatever. And ya después, like, I was like, man, like, this is like, I felt good. I'm not gonna lie, I felt good, but my wallet didn't feel good. I was like, damn, in a week I spent that much. I was like, nah, I'll stick to my $1 McChickens, yo.
Well, yeah. Anything else you want to talk about, Mimo? Uriel?
Nah, bro, nada más que Spooky Season ahorita está ahí en Six Flags y cuidado con los chainsaws ahí.
Oh yeah, you guys went.
Yeah, we went to Fright Fest.
How was it? Were you scared from the spookies?
I was, and he would just be like, "Don't let him know you're scared," and I'm like, "It's popping out at me. Of course, I'm gonna be scared." It reminded me of, remember, Uriel, when Abner went with his date. You went with Jenny, right? Hector went with his date, and then Uriel didn't have a date at that time, so he's like, "Mimo, come with me." I was like, "Yeah." And you guys paid for all the haunted houses.
Oh yeah,
dude. I had my eyes closed in every single one of them. I was like, I'm straight.
Yeah. Next time we go, we gotta put Mimo in front.
No, I was like, I ain't following.
Nah, haunted houses también, I'm like, nah, they're real people. I'm not gonna get scared. It's just the pop-up, you know. That, what was that? Pero $30 per no, ¿cuánto era? Como 30, no.
It was like $40.
Like $40 for the 300 houses. I'm gonna keep my eyes open, you know.
Nah, I'm straight. I was like, I didn't pay.
Mimo
Eyes
corría
are
through the whole thing.
closed.
Oh, heck no. I remember we paid, I think, what was it, $5 at Wisconsin Dells, and nobody was scaring us, mas que we were just scaring each other.
Yeah. Banging on the wall. Like,
Mom yelling and dad just looking at her like, girl, chill.
Oh, yeah.
are you guys gonna hit up any haunted houses this year?
I want to, but somebody's scared to go.
Well, aquí there's a haunted corn maze if you guys want to come check it
Oh,
out.
boy.
8 hours to go to a haunted corn maze. ¿Y si te espantan or you gotta scare yourself?
Nah, you gotta scare yourself, boy. There's nothing there.
Heck no.
Porque aquí está Statesville.
The 13th floor,
13th floor.
Basement of the Dead.
Basement. I want to go Basement of the Dead just because it's in Aurora.
Yeah.
How long has it been open? More than 5 years, right? Hasn't been around for like that long, but it's been more than. I've never gone, so I want to check it out. A lot of people come, so.
Yeah. I went once, and the very first thing you go in, and they have like this like long balloon. So as you're walking down the stairs, it's getting smaller. Boy, I'm claustrophobic, and I was like, I'm straight. I want to get out of here already. Yeah, and then like I think like tight spaces just have me like, no, it's not even the scary stuff anymore. I already like picture myself suffocating in there, and I'm gonna suffocate with the clowns in here. No.
You've been to a scary haunted house before, Chins?
To that one, Basement
of the Dead. Oh,
Not with me.
you. Anyway, you guys think it's the same one every year, or you think they switch it around?
I think they switch it around. I'm not sure though.
Hey, let's ride
But
or
I
what?
mean, it's in the same place every year, so how much can you change it? You know.
Who you go with?
Are you coming for the baby shower?
Yeah.
Ahí está when the baby, porque it's a day before Halloween y ya.
Oh yeah.
We should go in the middle of the baby shower.
After the baby shower, let's ride.
Hey. Yeah, I think I'll be
Like,
there.
where's Abner?
Like, ¿dónde está? Ya va a ser el baby shower. Y ahí está Emner con su cara. Like,
Nah, it's been a while since I've been to a haunted house. Y at church we wanted to do that. ¿Cómo se llama?
Want you
Where you
challenge?
do that haunted maze y de repente según llegan a heaven.
Oh, the one that Danny's
¿Cómo
had
se
done.
llama? There's a name for it, pero
Yeah.
Hallelujah Fest?
no, that's for the kids, bro.
Oh,
Hallelujah night.
Hallelujah Night.
Remember when our neighbor, at the house that I'm at right now, when the neighbor was giving out candy and we would see that mom wasn't looking so we can go ask for candy and we weren't even dressed up, we would just go.
What are you supposed to be? A little kid? I remember it was middle school y I went with two of my friends y they were dressed up y a mí no, like, como there was more than a couple houses que no me quisieron dar porque I didn't have a costume. And I was like, well, like, my mom don't let me, bro. Pero sí, I remember that day que uno se vistió de un zombie y el otro was un superhero. I forgot. Y a mí me decían, like, what are you supposed to be? Like, oh, I don't have a costume.
I remember in elementary and middle school, mom would be like, te vas a la librería. I'm like, boy, I'm not going to be the only kid at the library. I might as well be the only kid not dressed up.
Like, just don't send me to school.
Right?
También me acuerdo de en los Hallelujah Nights. I think we invited the two little kids that mom used to take care of. Y fueron ahí a Hallelujah party. And like they were dressed like uno as a Power Ranger y otro as like a Mortal Kombat character. And they were the only ones dressed up.
Yeah, you had to dress as a Bible character.
Yeah, I remember one time you had to dress as a Bible character, and somebody, not gonna say the name, showed up, and they're like, "What are you dressed up as?" And she's like, "A witch." And all the adults are just like, okay, like they didn't know what to do. And And I was like, you should specify a little bit more to like people as to what dressing up you were gonna do. But yeah, I remember mi tía Suri. She had dressed up Isaac. Remember when they dressed up Isaac as a vampire?
Oh, yeah.
And Stephanie as the clown?
Oh, yeah.
Boy, as soon as we were getting in the van, pastors passing by in the car. And mi tía Suri's like, she's waving, and then he left, and she's like, ay no, el pastor me vio.
Mi tía Suri listens, so we're exposing her.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Y ahorita también spooky season, pero también es fall weather, like we said last week, bonfires. And it's a good vibe, you know, ahorita ya. Los sweater weather, blankets, bombones ahí en la lumbre. You guys like it? You guys enjoy this weather? Or
I
what?
do. Yeah. It's sweater weather. I think because I sweat easily.
Yeah.
The hot annoys me. Florida, I hate Florida. But out in the Bay, San Francisco, man, perfect weather right there. That's the perfect weather.
Yeah, aquí, right now, it's like, it gets, en las noches, it gets like 60s, mid 50s. And it's like perfect, like excellent for bonfires. Y también no hay mosquitoes, so like it's awesome, you know, you have a good time. Pero in the daytime it gets to like I think 70s. Y ahorita for me is not sweater weather. Like sweater weather, ya es como los 40s, yo. Yeah, the
Sweater
40s,
weather.
the sweater weather.
You got them fuzzy cracks.
Yeah, them ahorita they're sweaty because it's hot.
They didn't cut your feet
Nah, boy, I got baby feet, yo. I put my lotions every night.
after you ran the mile.
Oh, I had blisters, yo.
Should we talk about it, or is it too soon?
Nah, I think we can. Yeah, because we gotta find that punk.
Yeah. Yeah.
That hunk?
You guys want to talk about it?
I'm down.
Yeah.
Dad
All
doesn't
right.
listen to the podcast.
A ver si escucha el podcast, he can come forward. So over the weekend, this, I don't know what you would call him. This
Individual.
individual. I think he lost control of his truck, right? Or he just oversteered or what?
He was just going fast in general. So, yeah, I think he lost control of the wheel.
According to the people que lo vieron, like he was driving fast to the street, and it was a T intersection, right? So he was gonna make a turn to the left. So I think he like obviously had to stop and like look both corners, like you know, to both sides. And then he took a left, but when he took a left, I'm thinking he tried to do like a burnout and you know try to look cool. But since it's a pickup truck, it's a rear wheel drive. Like he probably overdid it. Que it caused the truck to sway, you know. So like quemó llanta, lost control, and went direct and you know straight into like Dad's truck. You know, it T-boned the van. So he had to be like burning, you know, trying to like burning tire. Porque there's no way he could have like, you know, hit the car like that. But anyway, we heard the sound. We heard the crash. We were watching Squid Game at the
Squid
time.
Games.
Yeah. And like we heard the crash. Y después I just remember like looking at Dad and then looking at Mom. Y Dad was like, ya le dieron a los carros. So like we got up, todos salimos, and like I just remember seeing like the pickup already like putting it into drive and like going forward. Y like the vehicle like shutting off. And but my first reaction was like take off my phone and like start recording. You know, my head is like start recording and get a plate because this guy is gonna leave. So like I was barefoot, you know, it was reaction. Me paré, salí, put my phone into like recording mode. Y lo correteé, dude. I started chasing this truck. He took a right. He was going pretty fast. Once he reached a stop, like 2 blocks down. Yeah, I was like running as fast as I could, descalzo, like through the street. Se le apagó, bro. Dije, oh, this is it. Hasta aquí llegó. And he was like trying to like, turn on the truck. He was like trying to turn it on. No prendía. Hasta que prendió. And then he just, put it on drive. Y se arrancó, bro. I was so close, bro. I was like maybe 20, 25 feet. If I wouldn't have had my glasses, I can promise you I would have like seen the plates, but I was blind as a bat. Y I couldn't catch a plate. My phone couldn't catch a plate. Y ya se fue, bro. At that point, my feet, they were like hurting, bro. Like I was stepping on rocks. I don't know what I was stepping on, pero I couldn't even walk back. I was limping. I had to like walk back like 4 blocks, bro. I was like, man. But yeah, dude,
I ran in cracks.
You ran in cracks?
Without sport mode. So those things were like trying to come off. And I was like, nope. So a little bit to backtrack on Uriel, what he said. We were all in the living room and Dad was just like, ya le pegaron los carros. But it's like, Dad's reaction was so like nonchalant. He was just like, he got up, he's like, ya le pegaron los carros. So I was like, what? So I opened the door first and I'm leaning down because after like the shooting that happened, I'm heck no, a gun about to pull out, somebody's gonna get shot. No. And then Paco comes running and he's just like, Tío, le pegaron a tu bebé.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, boy, why are you running to the house? Run to the car. And then Uriel first was the one who just started running. And I was like, I'm going to start running right behind him too. I have never ran so fast because I was right behind Uriel. I was like, oh, heck no, I don't know how I'm running, but I'm running. And once he made the turn to the left, I was like, I'm not even going to follow him. I'm going to just go straight up to see if I see the truck turn on Lincoln. But when I hit Lincoln, I couldn't see anything. So I went down to the little alleyway. Remember that little alley? And I couldn't see anything. And that's when I was like, it's game over. And at first I got scared because I thought they had hit both of the cars. And I was like, dang it. Like, that just literally fixed it up. Yeah. Both cars. Like, are you serious, But then Dad was just so like, it was bound to hit any car. He's like, it was bound to hit my car. It was bound to hit the white car. It was bound to hit Yasmin's car. It was bound to hit Christian's car. He said any car that was going to be parked here was bound for it to hit it, And it sucked because you can tell like he was kind of like bummed out and I think angry too because it was just like, the van, the trip van.
Yeah.
He's had that van for a long time. And the cops came and they were just like, even if we were to find the vehicle, like, we can't really tell you that you're going to get something out of it because the driver can easily say it wasn't them, so it gets harder. And we're like, yeah, well, it is what it is,
Yeah. So
I remember Mom called me and she was like, Iván, le pegaron a la vez de tu pa. And I'm just like, what happened? What happened? Yeah, dice, some truck le pegó. Ahorita Uriel and Mimo are chasing it. He like try to get the video from one of my friends that lives like ahí. He like call him, see if they can see what kind of vehicle it was. And I'm like, okay, I'll text them, see what happens. Pero sí, como dices, like, you got that anger, like what the heck? Like, why the van, Pero, y luego I called Dad, y he no se había enojado. He was just like, it happened.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want me to do about it? Y como que se había calmado porque it could have been worse,
Yeah.
It could have hit both cars. It could have hit, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
Yes, he sounded bummed out porque it was the van, pero I feel like como que no se quiso enojar like back then, I feel like he was like, ya pasó now.
I think his thought was just like, it happened. He ran off. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
Nothing. I can't do anything. Yeah. And the funny thing is that in the ring, I don't know if you see the whole ring one, but Mom was all like, ¿Cuál es el número de la policía? someone was like, 911.
Yeah, I did hear that. I did hear
I
that.
was like, wow. And then with Sayla, like, on the side of
Yeah, I told her, I'm like, how are you not gonna know the name of the 911? She's like, es que en el momento, like, no sabía qué estaba pensando, y I was like, bro, how you not gonna know 911, you know, 911?
So if you guys see a red pickup truck, silver lining, left side crushed,
Yeah.
Hit
So
us up.
anybody listening, stop covering up your boy. This dude was driving a red pickup truck. It could have been a Silverado. I saw a Silverado, but at the same time, I didn't have my glasses on. But allegedly, según, it was what was it? What did they say? It's a Nissan. What
a
is it?
Nissan.
Armada?
No, Armada is a SUV. The Nissan Quest?
The pickup.
Pathfinder?
No, it's a
No,
pickup
that's
truck. A Nissan
the
pickup truck. Según, that's what they saw. But, I work at a dealership where, Silverados come by every now and then. I saw a Silverado. It was like a 2009 to like 2013. It's had to
The
be.
cop came up to Uriel, and Uriel's like, it was this kind of truck, this and this. And then the cop's like, the guy over there just told me it was something different. And Uriel was like, I work at a dealership. I know the kind of like truck.
I know what trucks. I see these trucks every single day. Like, I know it was a Silverado. That's what I saw. But yeah, a red one, damaged. It had a flat tire because it was limping. That thing was limping. So it had a driver's side, front, left tire. Hey, hit your boy up. Tell him, hey, go fix this problem because now my dad is vanless. And it doesn't feel good. So yeah, had to vent a little bit there, but at the same time, stuff happens, and we just gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah.
Ahí está. You will give you $100 for whoever gives information.
Les doy mi Pikachu Oreo cookie.
All right, and with that being said, anything else you guys want to talk about?
Nah, bro. I think by the time you guys hear this, it's that Mexico has a W. Because I think they're about to play in a few minutes. We're gonna be victorious.
There you go. Let's go.
And hopefully Chins, can se anime y comprar unos boletos para México cuando vaya a Soldier Field. Y we'll go check it out.
For real.
I'm down.
Can I end it with the spooky story?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Remember the time mi tío Oscar broke the window on the side of the house on Clark?
Yeah.
So backstory here, my uncle used to drink and he was very drunk that night, and we had a side door at our old house, and he thought that was the door for the entrance, and he thought we didn't want to open the door on him, and he ended up breaking a window. And he ended up cutting his knuckles open. Blood was gushing down like his arm. And then he kept thinking his wrist was split open. Yeah. And he was yelling that he was going to die and that we didn't open the door for him. And then fast forward, he just it was chaos in his room. Like you were just hearing tumbling, rolling all over. And I remember the next day, my aunt, which is his wife, she calls me and she's like, well, that house alone already was like spooky.
Yeah, we can have a whole episode just on that house.
That house was something else. Like it just had a bad vibe to it since the very beginning. But she called me to the room and she points to just the wall and she's like, I want you to look at the wall and I want you to tell me what you see. I'm not going to tell you where, just tell me what you see. And like my sight went straight to this little like blood stain that was on there. And it was literally like a monkey with fangs and like wings. I turn around and I'm like, ¿es un chango? And she's like, sí, ¿y qué más? And I was like, y tiene alas, y tiene los dientes. She's like, sí, eso es lo que yo veo también. And I was just like, what?
No way.
And then I remember I told mi tío Jose, and I was like, look, and he's like, sí, he's like, de seguro el diablo lo tenía bien agarrado anoche, and I was like, what? And then, remember they spray painted over everything? Well, like, I remember I would pass the room, and I knew exactly where that was. Like, I knew and like, to this day, if I were to ever go back to that house, I can show you guys, like, that monkey is like right there, and it was stained with his blood. And it wasn't one of those things where like you had to look at it sideways. It like stared back at you, and like to this day, I can picture in my head perfectly how it looked and everything. And I was just like, whoa. And ever since then, that room was very spooky.
Yeah. Well, one of our aunts passed away.
Yeah,
too,
in that room.
So yeah, that house says history. Oh, it's scary. Ahí siempre me dían calambres in that house. always. I don't know why. Boy. No sé si es la niñita ahí twisting my tendons. Pero I would always get cramps. And it was, oof.
Yeah. That was a...
Oh, heck no.
Remember when there was like 200 bunnies?
Oh, yeah. At one point, man... I think the city came out.
Mi tío was the conejo plug.
Yeah. But yeah.
Pero sí.
Yeah.
All right. Hope anything else?
No, I
Yeah.
think I'm...
Uriel?
I think we're good at the moment.
Who's there with you, bro?
On the road. Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, I hope you guys... There you go. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Y aquí, we might have this for the month of October. Aquí, spooky season. Come through with some spooky stories, maybe. Or if it's just us or our future guest, we'll make sure they have a spooky story. Pero sí, Uriel, welcome back. Aquí, glad to have you back. Y Jenny, again, thank you for covering. Y thank you, Mimo, for coming through and recording an episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Any shout outs, Mimo? Anybody you want to shout out? What are you up to? Any upcoming projects?
I have something in mind, but it's still like in the works and stuff. But shout out to that guy that hit and run. Justice needs to be served. So anybody listening, if it's your cousin, if it's your brother, do the right thing and tell him, yo, you messed up. We need to come forward.
They totaled. We forgot to say they totaled the van.
Oh yeah.
The van's totaled.
No use for it.
use.
So
Yeah, it was bogus. Anything else?
no, I think that's... Oh, shout out to Babe.
He's like waiting. And then shout out your Instagram. Where can they go follow you? So they can check out your photography, what you're up to.
Let's get her to 1.5K.
Because you're at 1,000, right?
Yeah.
Hey, low key.
Uriel, remember when you used to challenge me on who had more Instagram followers?
Oh, yeah.
Look at me now.
Yeah, we know.
Am I double you or what?
I think so. I'm at like 700.
Boy, you're like at 300. You follow 700.
Get Uriel to 1K. Uriel the Great 15. Go follow.
First, you have to start recording more, bro.
Get him at 350.
350.
Nah, but follow me at KYSGZ. For all those who don't know, those are my initials. I won't tell you, but yeah, those are my initials. Those are my name.
Uriel, where can they follow you at?
Follow me at Uriel the Great 15. Uriel the Great on Twitter. And pues sí, ahí en el Facebook, Uriel Soto. Ahí catch me on WhatsApp.
Y el Cash App, bro.
The Cash App, ahí Toxic Drip. Ahí Cash App me like $15, 50, I don't know, 100.
Hey, you never know. Mr. Beast can be watching this. I mean, hearing this.
Hey, Mr. Beast, if you're listening to, let me just get a Tesla. That's it.
That's David Dobrik.
También, si me escucha él, dame un Tesla.
All right, thank you guys for listening. Uriel or Mimo. I forgot to do the little segment. You want to do that little segment?
Which one?
It might be part of your oncoming projects. Ahorita, for our guests, we have them do a little segment where you're the host and we're the guest. So you, like, let's say the intro's gonna roll out. Then you're gonna introduce, hey, this is Karina. This is Mimo, and with me I got Yuri and Abner, and then you ask us a quick question. And then that little segment, all right? So when I point at you, that's when you you're gonna hear it cuando termine. So, all right, 3, 2, 1.
What is up? Welcome back to the Carnales podcast. I have two special guests in the stew. We have the twins, fraternal twins, Uriel and Abner. How are you guys doing today?
Good. We're doing good. We're doing good. Aquí tenemos a mi hermana Oriela.
Ariel.
You know, we're here chilling aquí, you know, just passing the time.
All right, just one question to end it. You're on a boat. You have two
I throw myself.
two life jackets. All three of us are on the boat. Who are you giving that life jacket to? Y'all know y'all ain't picking me.
Look. I'm giving it to Mimo just because Uriel got married already, had a kid. Y Seila can Jasmine la puede cuidar. You haven't been through that, so I want you to have to enjoy that, you know. So Uriel, sorry. Dang. She's getting the life jacket. Uriel, who would you pick?
What? Okay, well in that case I'll pick Mimo, man, because I know that you're afraid to die, bro. So you're gonna die with fear.
Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. See you guys next week. Uriel, send it off.
Hey, we'll see you guys. Take care. Say to your peers you love them. You know, give someone $1. It could make somebody's day, or just give them a smile. But we'll see you guys next episode, and stay tuned for the next podcast. Shoo!